When you hear this,
they've got him again,
and this,
he scored,
and this,
oh boy, what a move by Embiid!
You think of us. We are sports. 97.3 ESPN, WENJ, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City, a town.
The opinions expressed are not those of Town Square Media or station advertisers.
Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Philly. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Get me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
And a good morning, everybody. Welcome into the locker room with Billy Schwein and Mike Carlin right here on 97.3 ESPN. It's a steamer today.
It's a hot one.
It's a hot one, Mike Carlin. Welcome into the studio, brother.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
Man, I'll tell you what, Carlin, I wrote an article for 973ESPN.com, which you can check out on the website every Friday, a little preview of what we're going to be talking about. And the headline was like, the Phillies bats are hot and cold. How about the weather? It's like really hot today, and it's supposed to go back down to the
70s,
low
like
70s,
early 70s.
High 60s in a couple days.
It's going to be a 20 to 30 degree drop from what it is today to like Tuesday or Wednesday. Because what you see out there at the U.S. Open, the PGA Championship, that's Oklahoma.
It's coming.
It's coming here.
It's coming this way.
Yeah. It's mid-50s and windy.
So are the Phillies bats mimicking the weather, or is the weather mimicking the bats of the Phillies?
Barry, really quick, I got one more for you. Do you know it snowed in Wyoming this week?
Did it really?
Snow in Wyoming in May.
It's crazy. But I'll tell you what, the Phillies are crazy.
Phillies are crazy.
Phillies are driving me nuts.
Driving us nuts, and we're going to get into that.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, Carlin, we got a big show lined up today.
We got a big show.
A jam-packed show. We're going to talk to the sportsbook consigliere as we do each and every Saturday, live from Las Vegas, and I'm sure he's going to be very animated today. There's a lot of stuff going on in the NBA that we're going to talk about with the NBA playoffs, and I don't want to come across as Nostradamus, but like 6 weeks prior to the end of the season, I said to you guys, and I don't want to toot my own horn or
it is your show, Bill.
Pat my back, but I told you guys, watch out for the Celtics. And not that you guys dismissed me, but you were like, And I said, I'm telling you, this Celtics team is red hot. And they're red hot.
They're hitting at the right time.
But Carlin, you pointed out something to me. I saw it on the I observed it on the surface. You're the basketball guru. You delve in deeper into Marcus Smart is the type of player. Like when I said I hated Bryce Harper when he was with the Nationals, but now he comes to the Phillies. I love him. Marcus Smart, I can't stand. But I want him on a Sixers.
There's so many guys like that in the NBA, and it seems like every team's got one of the guys like is Smart. You can go through from Milwaukee all the way down to all the teams that are left in the playoffs. They all have that one player like a Smart. We never had that player, and even Joel Embiid said at the end, we need that kind of player, kind of thing. But Smart, we'll get into it. But Smart just shut down Butler.
He shut him
in the
down.
second half. Just shut him down.
So we'll get into that. You wrote notes on that. I would definitely want to talk about that. And then talking about basketball, you got a great get, and somebody that I've known for a long time. I've known her brother for a long, long time, Harry Vanderslice. We're going to be talking with Stephanie Gaitley, who's the head coach of the Fordham Girls Basketball team. Tell some of the accomplishments she has achieved.
She's the number one coach in the Atlantic 10. She's the 11th active coach in all of college basketball for women.
And she's from Ocean City.
And she's born and raised right here, local Ocean City High, and then went on to Villanova.
Stephanie Gaitley, a.k.a. Vanderslice,
yes.
Which name is synonymous with, everybody knows the Vanderslice family. Great. They do a lot for charity, and their golf tournament is coming up on Wednesday, I believe.
Great Bay.
By the way, at Great Bay, our golf club.
Yeah. It's always a great day at Great Bay.
It's always a great day at Great Bay, and it's going to be there Wednesday night. I've golfed in that tournament 3 or 4 times. with Mike Dunleavy, Frank Unger, and Kevin, and a bunch of other guys. But the phone didn't ring for me this year.
Well, we got to get the phone ringing for it. But it's one of those tournaments that everybody wants to go to and play.
It's a lot of fun.
And then a lot of the fun is after the course. After you get off the course and you get into the bar area and the dinner area and all the stories start coming around. Yeah. It's going to be a fun night.
So she's in town for the Under Armour showcase where she's going to be recruiting.
Atlantic City. Yeah, Atlantic City this weekend is one of the hot places to be for the whole country. It's a who's who coaches. It's over 120 teams from all over the country. That girls basketball.
So we'll talk to her, and then today is the 147th running of the Preakness Stakes, the second leg of the Triple Crown. And we're going to be talking with Jeffrey Nash from FastlaneHandicapper.com. By the way, do you know he won? He like the sportsbook Consigliere. He did that. He did that all bet.
All bet.
He won $7,500.
I know. Remember,
and that's why we have him on my show.
Right. We were joking about all these people. Well, we got to do this. We got to do that. He just hits one button. All
he hits one button. We're trying to break it down by color, jockey numbers, blah blah blah. He hits one button. He wins $7,500.
Meanwhile, I bet zero.
Yeah, right. And I couldn't get in for some reason. My
I told you it was a sign, Bill.
You saved me $20. Remember I gave you $20 to put down. We couldn't do it. I said, I saved $20.
On a side note, a non-sports related thing, I'm going to be very emotional tonight.
Okay.
I got my first daddy-daughter dance with Eliza Grace. I'm getting choked up talking about it, but I'm going to be in tears the whole night.
Yeah.
My daughter's going to be 7 years old on June 29th, and St. Rosa Lima, the school she attends, is having their first daddy-daughter dance. And I'm sure you experienced that, right?
I am one of those guys, and people that know me know I can get emotional really quick.
Yeah, I gotta stop talking.
I have never been one of those guys that, I like when people show their emotions, whether it's a male or female.
Stop it. You're trying to make me cry.
That tonight's going to be a tough one.
Don't make me cry. Don't make me cry.
It's going to be.
Don't make me cry, Roy.
A lot of emotions will flash in front of you, and you'll think it's going to be it's going to be a good night, Billy.
Eliza Grace, she's just so happy, jovial kid. I went to see they had these laps for learners. It was like a fundraiser. The kids had to run around the block, and I showed up and I filmed it. And just watching her running and being like a little bit of a leader, having her, let's do this and let's do that. She's
outgoing.
Outgoing, excitable, and just watching her grow up is just something that all right, I gotta stop.
What are you gonna wear? You gotta look good.
No, I'm gonna wear a suit jacket. Nice. I'm gonna wear nice dress jeans and
good.
Yeah, I was told not to wear my dad jeans.
Yeah. We all have a pair. All
right, so we got the Preakness today. I believe post time is 7:01. We'll talk to FastlaneHandicapper.com. Jeffrey Nash. We got the NBA and NHL playoffs to discuss. The Phillies, they are infuriating. I think I want to start off with a little Phillies baseball right off the top, because this team has been scored one run or less 11 times, 1 or 0 runs, 11 times out of the 39 games this year.
We were not worried at all about the hitting when the season started. Everybody, all we talked about was the pitching, the bullpen, the pitching, the bullpen. It was like, we're going to score 7-8 runs a game. You watch. I mean, we got hitters. We got
what is going on with
the last 4 games, 4 runs.
Well, to me, I go back 5
1
games.
run a game.
In 5 games since without Bryce Harper, they scored only 8 runs combined. Okay. Now, before that, with Harper this month, they were averaging over 7 runs a game at 7.1.
Good.
So you went from averaging 7 runs a game,
right,
with the MVP of the league in the lineup. We call him the MVP, but he really is the most valuable player for this team, because all of a sudden he's not in the lineup and they can't do diddly squat.
And I wrote this in my article. They scored in their first 3 games at Dodger Stadium 29 runs.
They were on tear.
That was a record pace. They had
Harper set a record,
and then he's out, and then they score nothing.
Harper set a record.
They scored 4 runs in the last game. They lost.
Well, that's why I was saying if you combine all those games, the number looks even worse. Harper in those first 3 games set a baseball record for most extra base hits for a visiting player at Dodger Stadium. Like, he gets taken out of the lineup because he had to get the shot in his elbow. Apparently, it was either this or he had to get surgery, basically. So he'll be back soon.
And how about this, you guys? Like, the Mets, start the season without Jacob deGrom.
No Scherzer.
And now they don't have Scherzer. Now, if this isn't a golden opportunity to make some ground, jump all over them.
Yep. And remember, the Phillies last weekend, it's not like they went out and played like a nobody.
No.
Okay, the Dodgers are 26-10.
Right.
They're the second best. I mean, the Yankees, I think, are the best at 28.
I saw a stat that was the first time that the Dodgers, the Angels, the Yankees, and Mets were in first place on the same day during the week.
That won't last long.
Well, it won't last long. But, hey, listen, Mike Trout's on fire.
I'm not complaining about the Angels. I'm saying about some of the other teams.
No, I know.
But
listen, the Mets.
The question is, are you going to see him in the postseason? Are you going to see the Angels in the postseason? That's what we're all, especially around here.
How about this? We were all consumed, and we went over the luxury tax with the Phillies because of offensive power, right? They got a
don't forget,
offense.
Originally, the owner didn't want to go to the luxury tax. The GM had to convince him to do it.
It doesn't matter. They did. And my point is, they did with the philosophy of outscoring people like by 9-8. How about this? The Phillies have not allowed a home run in 41. The Phillies pitching has not allowed a home run in 41.2 consecutive innings.
Yeah, the pitching staff's doing its job. Think about it. When they were losing 3-0, winning 3-0, losing 2-0, what does that have in common? The pitching staff's doing their job.
Doing their job.
So where's the hitting?
Josh? So is it time to?
It's not time to panic. It's way, way too early to panic, Billy.
Are you really?
Yeah.
I think it's getting early. It's getting late early. It's getting late early because we're 7.5 games out of first place, Carlin.
There's too many good players on this team that can hit, that will hit.
But Mike, here's the problem. You have a manager who keeps doing the reshuffle on the lineup. It feels like every couple of games.
We don't have a leadoff hitter.
You don't have a real leadoff hitter on this team, and you keep batting Haskins in the leadoff, which I absolutely hate.
Yeah.
At what point do we have to say, maybe we don't panic, but we say, Houston, we have a problem.
Change it up.
Houston, we have a problem.
Remember
By the way, the last time the Phillies gave up a home run was May 15th at Dodger Stadium, the Mookie Betts.
So, Josh, getting back to your question, remember we talked about this last week. You said, when would I start really thinking about a managerial change and all that? And I said, July 1st. On that question, it would be like June 15th, like another 2 weeks. Let's see what happens in the next 2 weeks with hitting.
Is this all Joe Girardi's fault? I mean, these guys are big boys, man. They're getting paid a lot of money.
That's what I mean.
I'm not saying it's all Girardi's fault.
But first of all, I think analytics is. We've all discussed this before. I'm sure you have too.
Yeah.
I think analytics has really destroyed the game. The game, the bat. They don't put. It's either swing.
It's ruined common sense.
Right. I mean, and I think Joe Girardi, if there's one thing that he has to come to with his fault, is subscribing to this analytics stuff that that's probably being shoved down his throat because everybody else is doing it.
No one goes by their gut no more. It's all on a piece of paper. This is what we got to do it right now. And that's a shame.
All right, you know what we have to do right now? Some business.
Let's get some money.
First hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that will help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing for the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you. With 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA, that's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Of course, they're celebrating their 30th year in business because they do it right. My Winter Watchdog. Have you heard of New Jersey's premier vacant home management service, My Winter Watchdog? You know those worrisome thoughts that creep into your mind every time you hear of a storm coming, and the daunting task of driving down to the shore to check on the house, hours of time on the road, or if you live in Florida for the winter. Let My Winter Watchdog be your eyes and ears with their 15-point inspection checklist. They offer a full menu of maintenance and improvement services. Owner Debbie McGonigal and her team of property caretakers are professional, licensed, bonded, and insured. So don't let the winter worry you. They'll give your house that lived-in look. That's My Winter Watchdog. Go to mywinterwatchdog.com or give them a call at 267-202-1869. That's 267-202-1869, or send Debbie an email, debbie@mywinterwatchdog.com. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room with Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin on 97.3 ESPN.
Major League Baseball, this weekend on ESPN Radio.
Fires it, Anderson in the air to right. It's got a chance. Gone! Home run!
Tim Anderson leads the Chicago White Sox into the Bronx to face Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, and the New York Yankees. owners of baseball's best records.
Swing and a drive. Left field. And it's gone. Aaron Judge.
The Yankees and White Sox. Coverage begins today at 12:30 Eastern. Listen to Major League Baseball on 97.3 ESPN.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com. Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Jose, how much longer till this dough's ready?
No one can bake gluten-free vegan goodies better than Surrey.
Wait, both Jim and Marion's last days are the same day?
But he needs to whip up a new shift lead without interviews burning his time.
Gotta get interviewing before my calendar is cooked. Oh, can you start?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from the Indeed dashboard, so you can stay organized and connected all the way to the hire. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
South Jersey Advanced Health Solutions, South Jersey's premier clinic for allergy elimination and Lyme disease, effective treatment of chronic mold and all food and environmental allergies, and the only clinic in New Jersey to fully treat the red meat allergy known as alpha-gal, specializing in allergy elimination, Lyme disease, fertility, autoimmune disorders, adult and childhood ADD, ADHD, learning disabilities, insomnia, headaches, and all types of pain. Contact them today, 856-285-4788 to start feeling better, or visit them online at sjadvancehealth.com.
All right, we're back here in the locker room. Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, 97.3 ESPN. We're streaming live on my YouTube channel, The Locker Room Billy Schwein, and, of course, my Facebook page, Billy Schwein. Check us out there if you want to see us. Of course, the sportsbook Consigliere will be with us here in a few minutes. And
what's he going to be
wearing? What's he going to be wearing? Last Saturday, he had Phillies old powder blue, or no, he had the maroon.
He had you had the powder blue.
He had the powder blue shirt with the maroon hat, right?
Right.
Yeah, he looked great. But the Phillies aren't looking great, and I'm a little pissed off, Carlin, because, like, I'm tired of. I got to be honest. I'm starting to get tired of Rhys Hoskins, man. He's such a streaky hitter, and he's bad. He's what is Rhys Hoskins? He's a career 258 hitter. He might get 28 home runs and almost 100 RBIs, which that's okay, but it's not translating.
We make him out bigger than really.
Yes. Yeah. So the only way you're going to get better, you have to give up something to get something. Now, Josh alluded to JT Realmuto during the break. I'm not happy with him either. He's underachieving. And guess what? Remember when he first came to the Phillies, he had a rifle for an arm, and now three guys stole on him last night, including Freddy Freeman.
Oh.
Freddy Freeman's not a base stealer.
No.
Sorry, Bill. I'm not a mind reader. I didn't know you were.
I was having a senior
I'm
moment.
looking at him thinking, come up with it, Billy, because I don't know what you're
Well,
talking
senior moment. But,
Billy says 3 guys stole a base on him.
Yeah.
And he's trying to think of the
Well,
name.
the
And
one
Mike and I are looking at each other in the studio like, which of the 3 you want to talk about?
But the one that stands out for
ABC.
me is Freddy Freeman. Now, you could say that he stole it on the pitcher.
He stole that on the pitcher
All right,
for sure.
he did. But still, I mean, but when Romuto first came to town, the guy had a rifle. He was throwing nobody was running on him.
Well, this is why I was saying to you guys off the air, and I'll bring it on the air. If you trade Hoskins, I would move Romuto to first.
Yeah, but what are you going to do with Schwarber? He stinks in left field.
Well, first of all, if you were worried about Schwarber's defense, you shouldn't have signed him.
Yeah.
Okay. This team already told you.
If he's hitting, I can overlook the lack of defensive prowess. But he's not hitting the ball.
Well, define hitting the
man's
ball.
not even over. He's right at the Mendoza line. He's batting 199.
See, I think
He's not even batting his weight, Mike.
you want a lot quick. Excuse me. You want a lot quick.
It's almost Memorial Day.
That's fine. And we still have all of June, all of July, all of August.
Talk me down off the ledge.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm starting to get. What is it with injuries in baseball?
You're starting to get emotional, Bill.
Well, I am always emotional. But how about the number of injuries in baseball?
Because the spring training's not spring training anymore.
So
Okay,
Now,
that's the
Schwarber is
problem.
tied for second in the
giving you all
National
these freaking
League.
excuses.
Schwarber is tied for second in the National League in home runs. What do you want, Bill?
Yeah.
I want more.
You want more
first.
than
All right,
number
you know what?
2 in the
You know what
National
You
League.
know what I'd be satisfied with if he was batting 245 and put the ball in play. Like the amount of strikeouts that he has it's
But the whole league strikes
He's
out. I mean,
struck out 50 times already.
Listen, we're in second place right now.
We're 7.5 games out behind the stinking Mets and Jeff
guess
Dowling.
what? Guess that's going to start dropping quick for the
That's a
Mets.
personal
The
problem.
Mets
for you,
have
though.
no pitching at all. They're
Yeah,
going to
because
start
I owe him
dropping.
lunch. I owe him 2 lunches right now.
Okay, let's have this talk in the middle of June. Okay, just give 2 weeks and see what happens.
So Mike is a voice of reason here. He's
They're
making
too
me come
good.
down
The
off the
players
ledge.
are too good. They're too good of players. That all of a sudden, what, season's over?
And
they're
all
not
I
hitting?
can
Come
think
on.
back to, you guys, is when remember Schwarber's first at bat with the Phillies. He crushes a monster home run. I'm like, this is great. Now look at me. You're talking me off the ledge, and you're the voice of reason. It's early.
It is.
Relax.
To me, it's early.
One reason Mike's the voice of reason is because you don't want to listen to me anymore.
No, you guys are both ganging up on me.
By the way, Schwarber's got 21 RBIs as well. Here's the problem. Context is king. You know, I had somebody tweet at me the other day, and they were like, the Phillies are the worst team at home in baseball. And I was like, well, they're actually not. I looked it up on the stats and page. It's like,
Right.
well, they're 13th in batting average at home in all of baseball.
Middle of
They're
the road.
5th in base hits in all of baseball. So they can't be the worst team at home in
But
baseball.
I don't care about other teams. I
Billy-
care about the Phillies.
Billy, let me ask
Yeah,
you
but
a
see,
question.
can I jump in real quick?
Yeah.
If you're going to be the person who says you don't care about other teams and you only care about your team, then literally half of everything that comes out of your
I
mouth
know.
is
I
going
say
to
I say that
not
tongue
matter.
in cheek. Basically, I said that.
Because here's the problem. If we live our entire lives in a bubble without any context, then we are as ignorant as the person next to us.
Josh, let me ask you a question. How much baseball outside of the Phillies do you watch? Like, do you watch the Sunday night game?
Sometimes I do watch a lot of MLB Network.
Okay. Well, so you're the high. So
The national games. Like, I
national-
watch the
like,
national games.
Like MLB Network usually has like a late night game, like a Giants game
But I
or a
don't watch the whole-
Dodgers or an
but
Angels
Carlin,
game.
I
on
don't
there.
watch the whole game. I watch.
No,
like,
no.
They're only like I watch like Cardinals interest me all the time. The Giants, Dodgers, I always like to check out.
I catch a lot of West
Yeah,
Coast
that's-
baseball.
I'm gonna
Other
say the
games,
same
I
thing. I
only
like the
watch
West
2 or 3
Coast.
innings just to see what's going on.
Yeah,
I
I like
don't
the
watch
West
the whole
Coast.
game in its entirety.
Yeah,
But anyway, that's what people are doing. Young people today, all they do is watch highlights. They don't even watch the whole
I
game.
have a question for you moving forward, the Phillies. I want to see how you feel about this.
Uh-oh.
There's a lot of teams out there that I say they have like blinders on. Their team is their team right now,
Right.
and it's not going to change. And if they win, they win. If they lose, they lose. They don't
Right.
care. Do you have faith in the Phillies that, let's say we get to July 1st and we still are talking the way we are talking right now?
Right.
Do you have faith that they'll do the right thing?
So it'd be like buyers or sellers?
Yeah. Well, but bring in. I like being buyers. I don't like being.
Well, first of
sellers.
all, they
Do
have
you
no
think
they
they'll-
have no minor league
Will they
system,
do the right thing to get better?
I think I have faith in Dombrowski, yes.
Okay, good.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
I do
That's what
too.
I mean.
By the way,
I think they'll
609
do what has to be
403
done.
0973. If you want to chime in, text board is always open for you. 609 403 0973. If you want to, send us the text, get something off your chest like I'm doing today. Carlin's trying to be the voice of reason. Of course, Josh always is. But no, I mean, look, I have faith. I do have a little faith. I'm just starting to get to the point where my faith is running out.
It's too early.
Is that fair? So it's too early.
It's too early to have no
for me.
faith, but it's not too early to be frustrated.
But to question, we have questions.
Like for example,
we want answers.
Me complaining about Hoskins being in the leadoff spot. I know you don't have a natural leadoff hitter, but I feel like you need to have at least a contact guy like Segura,
right?
If you're going to do that top up, because especially with no Harper out there.
By the way, you guys both said this too in the break. I believe that because these guys like Joe Girardi's constantly moving his lineup around. You're saying these guys can't get comfortable. They
don't get a rhythm.
Yeah.
There's a rhythm to sports. Anyone who's ever played any sport in their life at any level knows that the successful people find a rhythm and run with it.
Now, I know it is at a lower level. When I played baseball up and through high school, and I was always either the first or second hitter. So I never batted sixth, seventh, eighth, or ninth. I never did. But you're saying that,
what position did you play in the field? You're talking about batting.
I played shortstop.
You were shortstop.
Second base.
Oh, you were an athlete.
I also caught too, believe it or not.
I was a catcher and a center fielder.
You know why I was a catcher? Our catcher went down and nobody wanted to do it. I said, "Well, I'll do it."
That's how I started. Eighth grade year, they were like, "We need a catcher." All right, I'll do it.
Well, I used to take pride in throwing people out.
Yeah.
Do
you remember a guy named Steve Bono
from college?
No. He was from Norristown, PA, and he went on to UCLA, played football, and then he was quarterback for Kansas City.
Yes.
Do you know he was a better baseball player than football
player? Is
that
right? Well, yeah, I remember him.
Catcher, he never got out of his stance to throw people out.
He just did it.
That was his
He just had a laser of an arm.
He just stood there, boom, never got up. I mean, it was unbelievable watching him.
Look, I think that look, Castellanos, Hoskins, Schwaber, Harper, Romuto, Segura. There's no reason why Gregorius. By the way, he's hurt. I mean, you look at this lineup. I put that lineup on paper against anybody in the league.
Right. And they'll be
including
there.
The Dodgers and the Mets.
Okay.
And the Yankees.
Yeah, we'll come back to this. You watch a couple months from now.
That's our Phillies rant. We could come back to that, but we got a great show. We're going to be talking with the sportsbook Consigliere here on the other side. Stephanie Gaitley, we're going to be speaking with, and of course, the 147th running of the Preakness, the fast lane handicapper himself, Jeffrey Nash, will be joining us. So we got a lot to do. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers, sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that will help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing, from the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you. 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Friends, let me tell you about Maserati, the main line, located just minutes from downtown Philadelphia. They offer a client-focused car buying experience designed to exceed all expectations and invite you to stop and see the area's largest selection of new Maseratis, including the sporty Ghibli midsize sedan or the class-leading Levante, the only SUV worthy being called a Maserati. Maserati, the main line, also leads the nation in certified pre-owned sales and has the highest quality like new Maseratis available on the market. Your experience does not end at the point of a sale, as Maserati, the main line, offers free pickup and delivery for scheduled service appointments and provides a new Maserati loaner car. So be audacious. Call my good friend Michael Pileggi at RDS Auto Group at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800, or visit them online anytime at motml.com. When we return, we'll talk with the sportsbook consigliere Dave Sharapan. You're listening to The Locker with Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Coming up on Monday's show, we'll recap the NBA playoffs, the Eastern and Western Conference Finals, the PGA Championship, the Phillies, and the Dodgers. The Eagles have another move up their sleeves, plus the Sixers offseason and more. It's all Monday on the Sports Bash.
The Sports Bash, weekdays from 2 to 6 on 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's sports leader.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee. Those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call and again and again. Call and again and again.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Big down payments. Thousands down. We interviewed the victims. Tell us what happened, ma'am.
Well, I says to myself, South, go to the all-new Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City. Every vehicle's just one dime down.
And then?
I ended up at some other dealer.
Why?
They had guaranteed credit.
Let me guess. You had to put $4,000 down.
Yeah, $4,000.
Next time, go to Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City. Springfield Mitsubishi knows it's a crime to pay more than a dime. Every vehicle, one dime down.
But my credit stinks.
Just ask for credit amnesty. If you bring home $350 a week, you could get up to $25,000 in credit.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime.
Every vehicle, one dime down.
At the all-new Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City.
In Pleasantville.
SpringfieldMitsu.com. SpringfieldMITSU.com.
New 22 Mirage 16.4, dime down, $249 a month for 72 months at 3% APR, plus tax tag title to qualified buyers.
It's official. Summer is almost here. The sun is getting brighter, the days are getting longer, and your yard is ready for some love. Make sure your flower beds and bushes can handle the heat with special savings on Earthgrow mulch. Keep the sun off your soil and water in the ground, plus add a fun pop of color that will last up to 12 months. Hurry in. Earthgrow mulch, 5 bags for just $10. Feels like Memorial Day at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Valid May 19th to 30th. In-store only. Color selection varies by store. Limit 75 per customer.
Starting May 26th, flying nonstop from Atlantic City International Airport to Boston. Don't miss your opportunity to visit one of America's most historic and fascinating cities. Boston has something for everyone. Book your flight today at spirit.com.
All right, we're back here in the locker room on a hot, steamy Saturday.
Beach day.
Beach day today, man. Hot and cold like the Phillies bats.
Opened the pool yesterday. Pool
Did
is
you
open.
really?
Yep.
You gonna invite us over to the ESPN guys to go swimming
We
in
can.
the pool
We can
tomorrow?
have a party.
All right.
Yeah.
Now we go every Saturday. We take a flight out to Las Vegas to see what our good buddy, the sportsbook Consigliere, is wearing and get his insight on some of the big picks for the weekend in sports. Let's go to the Maserati, the Mainline Sports Hotline, and welcome in the sportsbook Consigliere, Dave Sharapan. Oh, he's got a Celtics hat on. See, he's right on. You look great, Dave, and I want to tell you, 6 weeks to go, and I'm not like I'm patting myself on the back.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Poor Dave.
But it is your show.
All
But
day
it is my show. Book. Ready for this?
Yeah.
I told these guys 6 weeks before the season was over, watch out for the Boston Celtics.
6 weeks before the season, Billy?
Yeah, before the season
No,
was
before
over.
the season was over. Back in
Yeah.
April.
Yeah.
It was the beginning of April, Dave. He gets on the radio and he says, the Celtics scare me. You better watch out for
the
them.
Celtics.
That's good. Good to see all of you. Good morning. It's 60 degrees here in Vegas. It's high today is only going to be like 78. Absolutely. It's almost like a wind chill out here. I can just
We
tell
could
you guys
use
what's
that
coming.
right now.
It's
Well,
coming.
You
2
come
days
this way because it's like 94 here
Well,
today.
that's what it was here before. It was 102 2 days ago, and now it's chilly. So just be aware. That's the weather report. Billy, I told everybody at the Super Bowl that the Celtics were the team to beat in the East. Nobody listened to me back then. And, it was them and the Sixers is what I thought. And then the Sixers got hurt. The Celtics haven't gotten hurt. They've gotten better. They had the best record in basketball from their All-Star break to the end.
Yeah.
So you were dead on. I mean, as usual, you were dead on a little bit late, but you were still ahead of the curve. That's okay, Billy. That's
good. All right, right?
That's fine. Yeah. So Mike's opening the pool. Josh making sure everything's running. And now you're giving out picks. You got to come on my show, give me your picks, before.
All right, but
so
I have another
stuff.
I need some odds on another event today. And I want you to give me the odds.
This is a good one.
And I need your insight, Dave, because you have a daughter. You have 2 daughters, right?
Three
daughters. I'm sorry, 3 daughters. So you're going to be. This is right up your wheelhouse.
Boy.
All right, ready?
I'm getting nervous
Tonight, and I might. This could bring me to tears.
Oh boy!
But tonight is my first daddy-daughter dance, and I want to know what's the over and under on how long it will take me to cry.
Oh. I think it's off the board.
Right. It took it off.
First of all, the yes/no is yes minus 8,000. Okay. All right. That's you definitely crying. It's only a matter of will he cry in the first song or will he cry in the second
walking
song?
In.
Yeah.
I think I'm crying walking in.
You're crying before the music.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a nice price, Billy. Usually you got to hear the music, a little something getting you up here. But yes, no,
I'm already
in.
almost up in tears right now.
Oh, you're done. You're done. You may cry driving there, Billy. You may cry driving there. Getting out of the car, holding her hand, walking in, it's done.
I bought her a corsage. I'm picking it up at like 3 o'clock today.
Oh, man.
It's a generic, it's a little shades of blue because we're going to both be wearing blue. I'm more excited about the dance than she is.
Listen, this
Sounds
is
about
part,
right.
This is part of the program as a dad, and especially when they're little. We get more excited about all of it. Trust me. I coach them. I'm nuts during the games. I'm crazy during practice. And they're like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, I just care. Like, and you got to remember that they're teenagers. Like, as they get older, I can't prepare you for the teenage years, Billy. Enjoy this. Milk it. Take it all in. Because then when they get to be them teenagers, then it turns. And you're crying for different reasons. not the reasons that you're crying for tonight, Billy. It's a lot different. That's all I can tell you.
Listen, I tell people all the time who have daughters, I got 2 words for you. You worry about your kids like all good parents do. I got 2 words for you. It solves everything. Martial arts. Send them to class. They'll be okay.
Oh, believe me, mine are, athletic softball players. I mean, they're beasts. They work out. I ain't worried about them. I'm worried about the poor kids that try to come over. Right. I mean, it's hard enough, to get past them. Then they get to me, and it's the easy part. I mean, and now with me doing all this media stuff, the kids just want to know who I like in the games. And I'm like, and it annoys the girls because they're like, your dad does what? Wait a second. Your dad's cool? No, he's not. Yes, yeah, he is. Yeah. He's watching sports and talking about it on the radio and on TV. And he thinks this team's going to win. Then you give the kid, something like, last night you give him Edmonton, Calgary over.
Wow.
Right. Flies over. And they go, man, your dad knows something. This is all right. I'm like,
by the way, speaking of that game last night, Buck, what an exciting game. I stayed up. Josh was yelling at me because a couple weeks ago, I didn't really tune into the late night games like I used to. I didn't know what I was missing. What a game. It was old school hockey.
I had to pull him back in, Dave. I had to bring him back.
It was 3-1, and then Calgary comes out of nowhere.
Edmonton
ties it up. Yeah. I fall asleep, but it's 3-3. At 2 o'clock, I couldn't stay up past 2. I was dying.
This is the problem. As you get older, you can't stay up late and watch the West Coast games like you used to. But remember the Smythe Division games. These are the games I grew up watching, staying up late on one feed. You could find it. And, you think of Lanny McDonald, Hawk and Lou, Mike Vernon, and then all the Oilers, between – obviously Gretzky, Messier, Yari Curry, Glenn Anderson, Paul Coffey, and of course Graham Fuhr. Kevin wearing the uniforms a little bit like now. They wore the throwbacks a little bit yesterday. It was great. It was really good. But I mean, every game in that series is going over. People always want to know what you think, get actionable info and all this other stuff. The games are flying over. Both these teams have questionable goaltending, a lot of penalties. I mean, they hate each other already. There's already the glove washes and the pushing and shoving, after the whistles. Looks like an old school Penguins-Flyers game. It's great. Sorry to mention the Flyers. I mean, I had to mention the Flyers.
Yeah, like we're looking for a coach.
Well, you mentioned it was conjunction with the Penguins, so
By the
you
way,
gave yourself
I'm
cover.
glad you alluded to that because I have a text message from a listener. Randy DePalma wants to know should the Flyers go after Tortorella or Trotz?
Well, they're interviewing Trotz yesterday, so that already happened.
No, but I mean, Trotz is interviewing with everybody. I mean, he's talking about being interviewed out here in Vegas.
Well, he's on the Tinder app. He's on these. He's swiping right on everybody.
Swipe right on him.
He's a serial dater.
I heard he's going to Winnipeg. I heard it's almost a done deal. He's doing these other interviews to make sure Winnipeg pays him what he's supposed to be paid. But I heard he's going to Winnipeg for reasons off the ice as well as on the ice.
Right.
What the heck is there off the ice in Winnipeg?
Some family obligations, things like that. There's all kind of things there. That's what I heard. I don't know who's going to hire Tortorella. It's not that he's a bad guy. He's just a different kind of coach, and you have to be prepared.
The thing is that I'm worried about, Book, is the fact that these guys are all retreads, like the coaching carousel.
It just turns around. Just keeps
it's all
going.
it does. I mean, after a while, does their message get through? It's just, I don't know.
I don't know, Billy. Sometimes, this is everything. Where do you keep the old guard cycling through and you get what you think you're going to get? Or do you take a shot with someone else? If you take a shot in Philadelphia, if you take a shot with a young guy or a nobody, it comes on the GM now. Why'd you bring this guy in? If the GM hires Tortorella, the heat's on Tortorella. I mean, it's I brought in Tortorella. I mean, I said, who else did you want me to get? Fire him, not me. So there's all kinds of
true.
All right, real quick, Book. Who do you like in that Edmonton Calgary series to win it?
Oh, I think it's a complete coin flip. I can't believe the price. I mean, it was so high on Calgary, and then they come out in game one, and they're up 6-2. They're going to blow them out, and then the goalie forgets how to catch the puck, and a couple goals in. It's 6-6. They came right back. I said it yesterday. I said Edmonton can win any game right now the way this game's being played, and they won last night. I would give Edmonton the edge only because they have McDavid. He's the best player on the ice. Yeah. When he's on the ice, he's the best player. And so I would lean Edmonton right now. And after Calgary wins game 3, I'll tell you I lean Calgary. It's that close. Right. It's that close.
We're talking to Sportsbook Consigliere Dave Sharapan. You can follow him on Twitter at SportsBKConsig. Bostonian versus the Book.
Yeah,
you're everywhere.
Yeah, we did that with MLB Network. We're on baseball.
Network.
Yeah,
your
Phillies.
Considerations.
Cash considerations. That's
now I'm going to ask you about the Celtics.
That's the real reason why he's wearing the hat is cash considerations.
Yeah.
Let's talk.
Let's talk about basketball because the Miami Heat. I don't. There's no love lost for any of these teams for me. I can't stand the Celtics or the Heat. So I don't know. But I am enjoying the game. I don't like any of those teams. But guess what? I can't stand Marcus Smart because what I like to have on the Sixers.
Oh, man, that guy. They don't have him and Horford in game 1. They lead at halftime, shoot 60% in the first half, and get blown out in the second half and lose. The line comes a little bit high in game 2 because they're not going to play. Smart is going to play, and then Horford's going to play. The line crashed all the way down to pick, and everybody won because the Celtics won. Now you come home tonight to Boston. 6.5. At first blush, that feels high. But 80% of the games in the NBA playoffs so far, the winner has covered the spread. The spread hasn't mattered. So if you like the dog, you take them on the money line. If you like the favorite, you can lay the points. I like the Celtics to win the game, so I guess you got to lay 6.5. The total has been wrong, dead wrong, the first 2 games. It said 204, 204.5, flew over both games. The book has adjusted. It's 208. I think you still got to play over. I don't think it's been adjusted enough. So, NBA finals or, conference finals are fun. I've been on these Celtics. My partner, Matt Peralt on Bostonian versus the Book, got a 10-1 ticket on them to win about the same time you were thinking it, maybe in mid-March. Yeah. He's 10-1 to win a championship. I told him when it was 50-1. There's books out there with liability at 50-1.
Wow.
Because back in December, they were 12th out of the 15 Eastern Conference teams and scuffling late December. So that they're all the way there. They're one step away. I mean, that series hasn't been great. A lot of the games so far haven't been great in the conference finals. They're just blowouts. I've been watching the hockey, Billy. I mean, tomorrow there's game 3. I mean, tomorrow's going to be fantastic for hockey.
And by the way, I texted Craig Berube the other night after the Blues. They played after they lost the way they lost to Colorado in Game 1. For them to come back and put a shellacking on them the way they did is a testament to that to the head coach.
Yep.
And I said, you know what I texted Berube the other night? I said, Chief, how come you couldn't coach the Flyers the way you're coaching the Blues?
Oh no, you.
And I can't tell you, I can't repeat what he said.
Billy showed me what he said, and Dave, whatever you think he said more.
All right. And then you know what he said to me? I said to him, I said, I could coach the Blues to a championship. He didn't like that.
Oh, what are you doing? Listen, I love the hockey guys, and I'm sure Berube is just like a lot of the other guys that are getting to this spot. Keith Jones is a pretty good friend of mine. We had him on the show.
Okay.
He was in between the glass for the Penguin game, Game 7.
Yeah.
I'm texting him, and he's texting me back in between, like literally texting me back. And he's telling me, under. The ice is bad, under.
Wow.
Every game in every game.
Is that insider trading, Dave? That's insider trading.
No, are you kidding me? We're just talking. We're just talking.
That's called resourcing, Bill. That's called diving into your resources.
Hey, the game went over. All the games in Pittsburgh and the Rangers went over. So I say all the time, nobody knows squadoosh, even the guy sitting in the bench and on the glass and, all this stuff. St. Louis can win the cup. If St. Louis beats Colorado, they're beating the winner of Calgary-Edmonton. So if you're looking for a future ticket, you think St. Louis can do it? Go buy the future ticket on the Blues right now. You should definitely.
And I'll take a picture of it and show it to Chief.
Yeah. Don't show it to him until they get to the cup, Billy. You know how superstitious these guys are.
He'll kill me.
He'll blame you. Don't do it.
He'll get on a plane and fly here to beat you up, Bill.
One last thing for the book.
I'd pay to see that.
Oh, yeah. Well, listen, I'm going to text you a picture. He came into the parking lot at Playland where I work in the summer.
Yeah.
And he punched me. He hit me, punched me. I'll show you. I got a picture of him. He punched me in the face.
Did you go down?
That's how he says hello.
Did you go down?
Nah, he didn't get me that good. I kind of backed off a little bit.
You can still take a punch?
No, he didn't hit me with it. He didn't hit me with his regular hit. I mean, come on.
Man. It stunned him.
One last thing.
Come on, it's not Rod Brindamore over here. I mean, geez.
One last thing before we let the book go. You won $7,500 on a derby 2 weeks ago.
I did.
Real quick, we have the FastlaneHandicapper.com Jeffrey Nash coming on, and he's going to give his insight. You can check out that website. But he won $7,500 as you did when the all button. 9 horses today. Who do you like?
I still haven't decided yet. Hopefully it comes to me. Maybe it'll come to me after I hear Nash talk.
Yeah, hear Nash.
I think it's not secret oath. A lot of people want the filly to win. It's the only girl running in the race. I live in an ocean of estrogen. I got all daughters. This is what I call my house. Everybody's rooting for the girl to beat the boys. I get it. Okay. But it's not secret oath. Just from the experts, quote unquote, that I've talked to, she's run well, but this level of competition, it's probably going to be a chalky race up top with a winner, but there could be some bombs underneath coming in second and third. It might be one of those all buttons on top again, Billy, but it might not be a winning proposition. I'm not a horse guy. For you, Mikey, Josh, the listeners, I'm not a horse guy. I got lucky in a derby race. That's it.
All right. And speaking of estrogen, Mike Carlin got us a great get today. Tell the book who we have on after him.
We have Stephanie Gaitley. She's the head coach of Fordham women's basketball.
Really?
She's the number one. She has the best record
in the Atlantic 10.
In the Atlantic 10.
And she's 11th all-time active coaches in Division
Wow.
She's from Ocean City,
and she's from right here in Ocean City.
From OC, really? Yeah. Hey, you're going to be on that boardwalk? You're going to be doing that show again, Billy? I'm going to have to come back and see you.
Yeah, man. I talked to Coyle, and I trying to get it going with him. We'll see what happens.
All right, let me know because I'm trying to bring the kids back. We went to birthday dinner last night. She picked Chicky and Pete's.
Oh, okay,
my
yeah.
goodness.
Well,
we had a monster
popular
dinner.
here.
Chicky
All right.
Pete's here, yeah. So it was
Sportsbook Consigliere, as always. We enjoy seeing your face and what you're wearing, but more importantly, your advice on some good plays for the weekend. As always, we really appreciate it.
Always good to see you guys. Have a great day. I hope you hit the Preakness, Billy. Text me the picture of that winning ticket.
I'm going to text you a picture of me in tears at the daddy-daughter dance.
Oh, that's a lock. That's the best bet of the day.
All right, there he
Have
is.
fun.
Dave Sharapan, the Sportsbook Consigliere, live with the Maserati the Mainline Sports Hotline. Want to remind people the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers, sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give him a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap up hour number one. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein and Mike Carlin right here on 97.3 ESPN.
The Eastern Conference Finals continue on ESPN Radio.
He must be buttered because that whole team's on a roll.
The Celtics respond with a critical win in Miami and tie the series up at 1. Now we head to Boston for a pivotal Game 3.
This only counts as one. We don't like it. We have two really good teams. We just have to figure some things out.
Game 3 of the Celtics and Heat. Coverage begins today at 8 Eastern on ESPN Radio. Listen to the NBA Playoffs exclusively on 97.3 ESPN.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Hi, this is Mike Herron. You've heard me talk about my experiences playing football at the Naval Academy on The Locker Room with Billy Schwein. I'm here to tell you about a company with the same high level of integrity and dedication that it takes to be successful on the football field. Best Property Maintenance. When you need cleaning and janitorial services you can trust, call Best Property Maintenance. They'll take care of your property from top to bottom, commercial and residential, fully licensed and insured. Call Best today. When you want it done right and on time, call Best. They'll do the rest. Call today 609-926-2378 or go online at bestpropertynj.com.
Welcome to Allstate, where saving on your auto insurance is kind of like a joyride. You, your car, and an open road. Maybe your best friend too. The music is chill, and so is the traffic. You and your friend both look over at each other, and then he puts his head back out the window. Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click, call, or visit allstate.com to save today.
Allstate and affiliates offer products and services subject to availability, terms, and conditions.
It's beginning to feel a lot like summer, and the Home Depot has savings on everything you need to get it started this Memorial Day. Step up your grill game with propane griddles from Next Grill for the perfect smash burger. Then feast with your friends and family around a new patio set from Hampton Bay. However you plan to kick off summer, the Home Depot has savings on everything you need to do it right. Feels like Memorial Day at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Big down payments. Thousands down. We interviewed the victims. Tell us what happened, ma'am.
Well, I says to myself, go to the all-new Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City. Every vehicle's just one dime down.
And then?
I ended up at some other dealer.
Why?
They had guaranteed credit.
Let me guess. You had to put $4,000 down.
Yeah, $4,000.
Next time, go to Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City. Springfield Mitsubishi knows it's a crime to pay more than a dime. Every vehicle, one dime down.
But my credit stinks.
Just ask for credit amnesty. If you bring home $350 a week, you could get up to $25,000 in credit.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime.
Every vehicle, one dime down.
At the all-new Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City.
In Pleasantville.
SpringfieldMitsu.com. SpringfieldMITSU.com.
New 22 Mirage 16.4 dime down, $249 a month for 72 months at 3% APR, plus tax tag title to qualified buyers.
All right, we're back here in the locker room. Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, 97.3 ESPN. A hot day, only to have the temperature fall like a rock in a couple days. But like the Phillies bats, hot and cold, the temperature's following suit.
Enjoy today.
We're steaming up here in the locker room as we do each and every Saturday. Carlin, who do you like in the Miami Heat series?
I actually text you last game, and I said whoever wins the second game is going to win it all for the conference. Yeah, so I'm going with Boston.
Because I saw a stat that whoever wins game 2 wins. I take that back. Miami Heat has never lost a series being up 2-0.
Correct.
That's correct.
And that was their first loss at home for the playoffs.
Right.
But I think Boston coming home now, I like Boston.
I think
I don't know if it will go 7.
I'm going to do what the sportsbook Consigliere suggested. I'm going to go get myself a futures ticket. I don't think I've ever done that.
You've never got a futures ticket?
I don't think so.
I like his idea, especially how close you are to the Blues coach.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to put some money down on the Blues.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that.
You got to do that. But I like Boston, and I like Boston coming out, and I like Golden State now. They're up to, I think they're going to wrap that up in 5 games. And it's going to be Boston, Golden State.
Jason Tatum. I mean, I'm still not over the fact that we could have had him.
Yeah, that's a farce.
Good ball player.
The Celtics made the trio because they manipulated Colangelo into making the deal. They were always going to take Tatum. They lied to the Sixers to get the picks. They ripped off Colangelo.
He's a top player now.
Look at all the busts we've had, right? Jaleel Okafor, Michael Carter-Williams, Markelle Fultz, Okafor.
You said Okafor.
Who was the tall guy that came out of Kentucky? Yeah, Noel.
I mean, the list goes on and on.
Yeah.
Well, half of it was injuries too. So,
but we're there now. We're close, Billy. We're really close.
Hour number 1 is in the books. Hour 2, we're going to talk to the head coach of the Fordham Girls Basketball team, Stephanie Gaitley, Fast Lane handicapper Jeff Nash, and a whole lot more. The Locker Room with Billy Schwein right here on 97.3 ESPN.
With GMF financing, approved credit excludes Corvette. This just in. Right now, Bennett Chevrolet is paying a minimum $8,000 for any trade. That's at least $8,000 for any trade, running or not. Bennett is doing it again. Want $8,000 for that old rotted out rat trap? Just drive it, push it, tow it to Bennett Chevrolet for a minimum $8,000 towards any pre-owned vehicle in stock. Got a good trade? Well, if we're paying a minimum $8,000 for total junk, imagine how much more you'll get for a good quality trade. Looking for new? There's no beating Bennett, because unlike other dealers, we're not selling over factory sticker. And there's 0% available financing. Plus, if you're stuck in a lease, bring it to Bennett. We can get you out early. Any make, any model. And remember, Bennett will buy yours even if you don't buy ours. Stop in for a quick quote. No pressure or obligation, because our non-commissioned sales staff is paid based on your satisfaction, not how much you spend. Find new roads at Bennett Chevrolet, Egg Harbor Township, and BennettChevy.com.
How do you make the most of your land? If you ask the Wrens, who run with us on a John Deere mower, they tell you,
I mow first, then I do all the trimming.
But the Hubbards, who work behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor, would say,
if it's something you want, just go after it and try it.
Then there's the Mosers, who may mention from the seat of their John Deere Gator UTV.
You can't be all work and not play.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. Learn how to make the most of yours at Deere.com. Nothing runs like a Deere.
Flounder season is gearing up, and the one stop for everything you need is the bait and tackle shop at Utch's Marina in historic Cape May. Come to Utch's for a huge selection of spinning and conventional rods and combos for the boat or the surf, with top name brands available like Penn, Tsunami, Ocean Max, Shimano, and more. Utch's Marina, your home away from home at the foot of the bridge in Cape May. Stop by any day or visit CapeMayHarbor.com.
From the moment you open the bag, through the low and slow grilling, to the very last bite of food, new Kingsford Signature Flavors hardwood pellets tantalize your senses. Kingsford Signature Flavors are made with 100% natural hardwood and 100% real spices to add a whole new rich, full-bodied flavor and aroma to your cookout. New Kingsford Signature Flavors hardwood pellets. Flavor you can see, smell, and taste. Kingsford.com.
Big down payments. Thousands down. We interviewed the victims. Tell us what happened, ma'am.
Well, I says to myself, Go to the all-new Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City. Every vehicle's just one dime down.
And then?
I ended up at some other dealer.
Why?
They had guaranteed credit.
Let me guess. You had to put $4,000 down.
Yeah, $4,000.
Next time, go to Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City. Springfield Mitsubishi knows it's a crime to pay more than a dime. Every vehicle, one dime down.
But my credit stinks.
Just ask for credit amnesty. If you bring home $350 a week, you could get up to $25,000 in credit.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime.
Every vehicle, one dime down.
At the all-new Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City.
In Pleasantville.
SpringfieldMitsu.com. SpringfieldMITSU.com.
New 22 Mirage 16 Ford, dime down, $249 a month for 72 months at 3% APR, plus tax tag title to qualified buyers.
South Jersey's play-by-play home for the Eagles, Sixers, and Flyers.
He scored!
97.3 ESPN, WENJ, WENJ HD Millville, Atlantic City, a Town Square media station.
Red 83!
Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Ron Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Get me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
All right, we're back here in the locker room. Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, right here on 97.3 ESPN on a hot Saturday morning. It's hot here in the locker room. We're get our blood pressure up a little bit, but that's what sports is all about, right, Mike Carlin?
I'm ready.
All right, listen, Carlin, so when you told me about, I know the Vanderslice family. I played softball with Harry, HD, right? And I
H-bomb. They go by H-bomb.
Yeah, H-bomb. We played with the Playland softball team. I've done the Vanderslice. I know Harry's wife. We grew up with Dawn. On the play. We were little kids on the beach, right? So, but the Vanderslice family is synonymous with sports in South Jersey, right?
Oh,
what a sports family!
I mean, you go past 34th Street,
right? Well, I remember growing up, in the summers down there, watching Coco and Stephanie play on 34th Street courts.
Yeah, imagine the two of them played at Villanova together.
Tell us, so our next guest, and we'll bring her up here in a second, but just tell our listeners some of the accomplishments. I mean, I wasn't aware of the fact that she was in the Big Five Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well, so we go South Jersey Hall of Fame,
right?
Villanova Hall of Fame, Big Five Hall of Fame. She's the #1 college coach in the Atlantic 10 right now for women's basketball. She's 11th in the whole country for an active coaching in women's basketball.
That's absolutely amazing.
It's the stats are unbelievable. And here she's from right here, Ocean,
right
our little City. Bubble that we call it, our little Ocean City bubble. And on top of all that, I've known her for so many years, and I never gave her probably the respect that she needs after I did this homework.
Well, today.
Because she's just a great person.
Yes.
The whole family.
It's
one after another.
I've golfed in the Vanderslice Davis tournament.
And that's on Wednesday.
Years. Yeah. I'm mad at Dunleavy and Frank Unger. They didn't call me this year. I didn't get a phone call. My phone didn't ring. Well, without any further ado, let's go to the Maserati, the Mainline Sports Hotline, and welcome into the locker room the head coach of the Fordham Girls Basketball team and our own Stephanie Gaitley. Good morning, Stephanie.
What's up, guys? How we doing?
Stephanie, I'll tell you what, man, growing up with the Vanderslices, the Harry HD, and watching you and your sister play in the courts, I'll tell you what, just some great times growing up, man.
Oh, my God, some great memories. We actually had some Legends games a couple of years ago where we brought all the oldies but goodies back to 34th Street. I'm like, but I'm kind of blaming it now, Billy, on the fact I just had knee replacement, a month ago. And I'm like, I think it's from all those, from 8th grade on, being down the courts from 10 in the morning to 10 at night. So, but good times.
Mike Carlin wants to know, he's very curious about, and I think we're going to start off with this.
You're going to start
I want to start off with this. Go ahead, Mike. Yeah, you asked it. It was your question, but I like it.
So, Steph, I said to Billy, I said, I'm going to end with it. But
I'm going to start with it.
But he doesn't want me to wait. So I'll get right to it. You ready?
I'm ready, baby.
When was the time that you got to playing basketball with Harry where you finally looked at him and like, today's the day you're going down? Yeah. Like, I'm done with you pushing me around.
Yeah, this is no more backing down on me.
Today you're going down. Or did you get to that point?
Oh my God. You know what? I got to be honest. Like H and I didn't go a lot of one-on-one. Like he would come down 34th Street, but I got to be honest. I loved him on my team because he played so hard. Like he was just a scrapper. He freaking knew his role. He's not a shooter. So
he knew his role. Listen to this.
He knew his role. I respect
That's a coach.
I hope Harry's listening because when I see him next, he's going to tell me. I'm going to say, Stephanie said you knew your role.
You knew your role.
Oh, that's
a coach
great.
Respects that. A coach respects that.
Hey, Stephanie, you're in town for the Under Armour showcase in Atlantic City, and you're obviously recruiting. You've had a lot of success at Fordham. The number one winningest coach right now, active in the A10. What do you attribute that to? Obviously, your knowledge of basketball, but what do you attribute that to? Your success?
My brother Harry would say H-bomb. I attribute all my success to H-bomb. So, I gotta be honest, Bill. I think it's like just growing up in a sports family. My mom played. Obviously, you saw how much my dad was involved with the community. My sister Tara played, and then the first time in NCAA history that three sisters played in the same game was myself, Courtney, and Coco. So, like, it was just something. I had a great coach, Pat Backerty at Ocean City. She was fantastic. She was ahead of her time, and it was just, an honor to be on that team. And Tara started, like, when she started with the program, they started a winning streak in the Cape Atlantic League. And when I got there, it was my senior year. We won the 100th straight game without a loss. So it was like you were part of tradition. So, like, it's just something that was always in my blood. And I had some, my family were my best friends. They were my great teachers. And then I had some really good mentors along the way.
Steph, I was looking at some of the records and stuff like that, and then it really hit me at being a personal and knowing the family like I do. What was it like to really have Coco on the same team with you, like a sister and sister playing at that level?
Courtney was on my team, and Coco was at FDU. But the funny story about Coco is when we played them my senior year, we were guarding each other, and we had a really good team my senior year. We went to the Final Four. We were ranked 11th in the country, so we were really good. So we were up a fair amount. And so I'm guarding Coco. We're guarding each other. I'm like, I'll let you score if you let me score. It was awesome. I mean, Coco was my, like a person I work with all the time. Her and I would go and work out all the time. And Courtney was probably the best athlete of all the girls. She wasn't as into it as Coco and I was, but she was just an incredible athlete. And so therefore, that obviously evolved in her going to Villanova and had great success because she was so much smarter than me. Not a better basketball player, but definitely smarter than me.
We're talking with Stephanie Gaitley, a.k.a. Vanderslice, the head coach of the Fordham Girls Basketball team. And like I said, you're in town for a couple reasons. One, you're going to be recruiting. You're looking at some girls. Anybody in this area that you're looking at specifically?
Well, you know what? There's so many teams. There's over 300 teams. Like, It's packed here. So, like, it's just you're kind of going court to court, and you're just, for me, I'm lucky. I'm at the stage of my life as a head coach where in fact, my assistant that's with me is Lauren Holden, who's an all-time great at Lower Cape May Regional. So Lauren played for me, and now she's my assistant coach. And so she meets me in the morning. She gives me the list. These are the courts you got to go to. Here's who you have to watch. And so, like, the assistants kind of go out and get all the names, and I just kind of follow the names and just, check off whether I think they're good enough or not.
Steph, when I was looking at your roster, it looks like you go from like Boston down to like Delaware, like right along the coast. Are you looking for a certain player, like coming up this year? Are you looking for a forward or a guard? Are you looking for a point guard? Is it every year different than what you're looking for who's leaving?
Every year's different. I mean, I gotta be honest, Mike, like when we won the championship in 2014, I took the jobs when it was 3 years removed from being 0-29. They were like by far the worst team, obviously, in the conference, but probably the only team that didn't win in the country. And a lot of my colleagues were like, you're crazy to take this job. So when I took the job, the first year, we won 12 games. And the next year we were in the championship. And the third year we won it. But I was able to get involved with better players. But it was a sacrifice of just like some red flags. And I actually ended up getting rid of a couple of those same players and kind of just want to go to blue collar kids that are on winning teams, kids that come from great families, kids that are just going to go through the wall for you. And we just had a lot of success with that type of kid. But, you know, we do a lot we have 2 kids from Australia on our roster. We've had 3 kids from New Zealand on our roster. So we've kind of gone the Oceania route. We do a lot of overseas stuff. So it's a mixed bag, but you know, I found the further I go from like Virginia down, it's hard to get kids to come north unless there's a connection. It's easier to get kids that want to be in the north to go south. So we kind of lock into the kids in our tri-state.
We're talking with Stephanie Gaitley, the head coach, of the Fordham Girls Basketball team. Stephanie, this year in the tournament, St. Peter's in the men's, that was a pretty cool story. That's what makes basketball fun. The Cinderella story, the competition. Mike and I covered the MAC tournament here at the Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City. We did a live remote from the site, but to see St. Peter's to go on to that type of run, that's got to be inspirational to all basketball players.
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, that was so much fun to watch. I mean, you couldn't help but like cheer for them. I mean, Shaheem Holloway and just seeing what he did and seeing the kids. One of the things that stuck out to me is when he was being interviewed at the end of the game and all the kids are running to be with him and just kind of told you what kind of unity they had. And I think that had a lot to do. And that's kind of how we are. Like this year's team was one of my all-time favorites to coach. They were just such a great group of kids. And I think once you get that little magic in the bottle, like you just believe, and it's, you know, it didn't turn off for them till really late, which was great. So they had some unbelievable memories, but you without a doubt, that's the stuff you live for during March Madness.
Steph, I was looking at last year's schedule, and you seem to be a lot. Remember the John Chaney from Temple, Billy, where he used to say, "I'll play anybody, anywhere,
anytime."
You look at her schedule from last year. I mean, Steph, you played Seton Hall, Big East. You play Notre Dame at Notre Dame. You play a Michigan State. You play a Baylor. I mean, you're getting your team. For me, I guess this is your way of getting your team ready for your league. Like we'll play anybody anywhere.
You know, it's funny. It was kind of a reverse this year. Like typically our teams, like I did that schedule and we by far had the most difficult schedule in the conference, but we had met as coaches. We said everybody kind of had to up their ante as far as scheduling is concerned to get more teams in the NCAA tournament. And we really had done our job. And then we just struggled in conference for whatever reason. But I just feel like if our team it's obviously every coach is in a different situation where they start the season. Like if we have a chance to be an NCAA team, then I'm going to schedule that way. Like this year we're playing Washington, you know, like we're playing at Maryland, you know, like we're playing Seton Hall, you know, we're playing another really difficult schedule just because we have mostly everybody back. And I think this team is capable of doing that. The following year we lose a lot. So we might need to, you know, kind of take it down a little bit, but I mean, that's part of the recruiting process too, is that, you know, and it's funny you said it because Coach Chaney and I were very close. He was one of my mentors and him and I stayed in touch. I talked to him right before he passed away because his birthday is January 21st. And I'm like, we have at practice what we call our Chaney chart. And Coach and I would talk about it a lot. Like I went to one of his practices and I saw after practice, these guys get in a circle and they're going over these numbers. And he talked to me about it. He goes, yeah, you know, we track everything. And he goes, this one kid was kind of complaining about it. I'm like, yeah, another -10 for you for complaining. Like he just was great. And what it does is it, you know, it kind of goes for accountability. Like my first year at Fordham, this freshman that I inherited when I took the job was like, you know, what can I do to play? I said, you're freaking -200 on the Chaney chart. Like if you can't get it done in practice, how the hell am I going to put you in a game? Right. So like it starts with practice and accountability. So yeah, he's a
practice. We talking about practice?
Come on, Iverson. Come on,
Steph. You know what Billy may not know about you and your team? You know, year in, year out, she's rated like in the top 20 on defense. I mean, she is a defensive prowess. Yeah, she stresses defense, and you see it from the start of the game to the end of the game.
So Stephanie, that leads me to my next question for you: is that you know we hear a lot about in the men's game how these athletes are changed. And I know that when you watch girls basketball, they're more fundamentally sound. I think than
fundamentals.
The fundamentals, and the guys have really gotten away from the fundamentals of basketball. How hard is it to like with the girl basketball player? Have they changed over the course of time that you've been coaching?
It's funny. I mean, obviously the athleticism has gone through the roof, and there's more parity in our game, but you're 100% right. I mean, the fundamentals, and it's probably because we have to be, right? We have to make better decisions. We have to make good passes, set good screens. I mean, it's kind of a combination of all things, but, Mike said about defense, I knew that was something we could control. So we can control defense.
Right.
Like, I think that's where we struggled at the end of the season this year. Like, we were beating UMass, who ended up winning the conference. We were beating by 10 going into the fourth quarter, and then we shoot, I think it was 2 for 24 in the fourth quarter. I mean, all great shots. They just don't go in. But defense kept us around, and we were in a position to steal the game. We just couldn't make shots. But it's all the fundamental things and the details that kind of separate us when it gets down the stretch. I feel if I have a 50-50 game, if like say 18 of my games in a season are probably 50-50, we can steal that game if we do the small things right that teams aren't focusing on.
All right, you're also in town to promote the Harry Vanderslice Jack Davis Memorial Golf Tournament to benefit the Ocean City football team. Your father was a great man. I remember Harry for 23 years. You guys have been doing this. Tell us about the Memorial Fund and the golf tournament that is Wednesday at the Great Bay Country Club.
Yeah, this one, again, it's going really well. It's been a total team effort. My sister Val has really been she is ridiculously good about it because, she had started it, and then obviously her husband, Jack Davis, had passed away suddenly. And so this is something that she really throws herself into and does an incredible job. And now it's really brought the family together. And with my mom passing this last year, this will be the first time my mom is involved. And it's just something that, we feel like kind of keeps their memory alive, so to speak. And we see it's a great time to gather. And we have there's an online auction that has incredible things. If you look that up, there's stuff that we offer, like our camps, and we have three weeks of camp in Ocean City. But it's just what I love about it is it kind of keeps what my dad did. It was all about giving to others and the football scholarships. I mean, this will be the first year I don't play because I just had knee replacement. But my husband was good enough to get a golf cart from I think it's an Orange Moose in Ocean City. We're getting a golf cart, and we're going to be the beer cart. I'm taking one for the team. I figure, you know what? Hey, I can drive around and give out the beers. I'm okay with that. But it's sold out. It's got unbelievable online auction things going. It's just going to be an incredible day.
So Stephanie, how do people get? How do you participate on the online auction? Where do people go?
If you go to my Twitter at Coach Gaitley, I've pinned something that has all the online auction information. So all that stuff is on there. Like I said, Twitter at Coach Gaitley, and it's you'll see right away. It'll have you the online auction site where you can go right to it. And like I said, it's got some really, really good things. I mean, different, like a stay at Cold Nugget, a couple days in Ocean City, these unbelievable wine and booze baskets, and then a trip to the Palestra with
and Steph, you're leaving out the best one. I think the best one is you and your staff coming to.
Yes, I was trying to be humble about that. Yeah,
talk about that.
Our staff will come out and do a clinic for your team. We also have one where you do a day with the Rams. Yeah, you do a day with the Rams where you'll come to a game and you'll be in the locker room with me before we go out with our team.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'll do a life talk, and then they get courtside seating, and then they also are involved in the line where they kind of do the high fives with our team. They'll be in the line, and then afterwards they play at halftime. They get a halftime game, and then afterwards they sign autographs with our kids. So yeah, I mean, we have those are two really good things. Last year they sold pretty quickly, but it's just we weren't able to do it because of COVID. So I'm hoping we can do it because our staff loves getting out and working with the younger kids. I mean, that's what it's all about. And that's kind of what my mom and dad were all about. So it's, we're just trying to kind of continue what they started.
All right, give us the Twitter address one more time.
Coach Gaitley. It's at Coach Gaitley.
At Coach Gaitley on Twitter.
Yeah.
I think you can also Google Vanderslice Jack Davis Memorial Fund. It comes up for that too.
Yeah, that'll come up. But mine is easy because you just go to my Twitter. It's a pinned tweet, so it's right there for you to see. So you can just go down and I actually have a video where I talk about some of the things that are on the auction. So it's pretty cool. I don't know if my husband put up because we have 3 weeks of camp. I started to camp with Pat Backerty a long time ago, and now this is our 30th year. And my husband does an incredible job of just promoting it. So we run 2 weeks in July and the first week in August, and those are done at the high school, and
it's air conditioned. It's air conditioned.
Nice. Yes. Air conditioned. And this is time for the moms and dads to kind of get like 9 to 1. They get 4 hours. They can go do the shopping and drop their kids off, and they have a hell of a time. And Coco and Bruce give all. Coco always says, "All right." She gives me her American Express. She always does all the trophies. She actually orders championship rings, which cost a lot. And I'm like, but it was like $2,500. I'm like, Coco. And Coco works the camp, and she is like the camp favorite. And I'm like, oh my God, like Coco's paying to work the freaking camp. Like, it's amazing. You know?
Well, Stephanie, we really appreciate you taking time today and coming on the program to share some great sports talk with you. We're going to promote the.
We'll have her back during the season.
We'll have you back during the season and promote the Vanderslice Jack Davis Memorial Golf Tournament, which is Wednesday at the Great Bay Country Club. Thank you so much, Stephanie. We really appreciate it. By the way, I'm going to let Harry know that his role. He knows his role.
Wait, Billy, you and Mike go 1-on-1. Who wins that in the past and the present? All right, you and Billy.
Oh, come on. That's
taller than
come on. We don't even have to talk about that.
Although I had a pretty good jump shot.
You won't get it off.
All right, Stephanie, thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
I really appreciate it. Take care.
See you, honey. Bye-bye.
I love it when the fact she said Harry knows his role. All right, there is Stephanie Gaitley on the Maserati, the Mainline Sports Hotline. The second hour of the locker room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay is an award-winning private golf club where you are greeted by name. It's home of the 3-hour and 58-minute round. You can play on their 18-hole championship golf course, enjoy fine dining, experience lively atmosphere in the pub. There's a full calendar of golf and social events throughout the season to appeal to everyone. For more information on how to become a member, go to greatbay.com or give them a call at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. And, of course, they'll be down there Wednesday for the tournament. All right, My Winter Watchdog. Have you heard of New Jersey's premier vacant home management service, My Winter Watchdog? You know those worrisome thoughts that creep into your mind every time you hear of a storm coming, and the daunting task of driving down to the shore to check on the house, hours of time on the road, or if you're away for the winter, if you're in Florida, let My Winter Watchdog be your eyes and ears with their 15-point inspection checklist. They offer a full menu of maintenance and improvement services. Owner Debbie McGonigal and a team of property caretakers are professional, licensed, bonded, and insured. So don't let the winter worry you. They'll give your house that lived-in look. That's My Winter Watchdog. Go to mywinterwatchdog.com or give them a call at 267-202-1869. That's 267-202-1869. Or send Debbie an email, debbie@mywinterwatchdog.com. When we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room with Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Coming up on Monday's show, we'll recap the NBA playoffs, the Eastern and Western Conference Finals, the PGA Championship, the Phillies and the Dodgers. The Eagles have another move up their sleeves, plus the Sixers offseason and more. It's all Monday on the Sports Bash.
The Sports Bash, weekdays from 2 to 6 on 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's sports leader.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
It's official. Summer is almost here. The sun is getting brighter, the days are getting longer, and your yard is ready for some love. Make sure your flower beds and bushes can handle the heat with special savings on Earthgrow mulch. Keep the sun off your soil and water in the ground, plus add a fun pop of color that will last up to 12 months. Hurry in. Earthgrow mulch, 5 bags for just $10. Feels like Memorial Day at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Valid May 19th to 30th. In-store only. Color selection varies by store. Limit 75 per customer.
With GMF financing approved credit excludes Corvette. This just in. Right now, Bennett Chevrolet is paying a minimum $8,000 for any trade. That's at least $8,000 for any trade, running or not. Bennett is doing it again. Want $8,000 for that old rotted out rat trap? Just drive it, push it, tow it to Bennett Chevrolet for a minimum $8,000 towards any pre-owned vehicle in stock. Got a good trade? Well, if we're paying a minimum $8,000 for total junk, imagine how much more you'll get for a good quality trade. Looking for new? There's no beating Bennett, because unlike other dealers, we're not selling over factory sticker. And there's 0% available financing. Plus, if you're stuck in a lease, bring it to Bennett. We can get you out early. Any make, any model. And remember, Bennett will buy yours even if you don't buy ours. Stop in for a quick quote. No pressure or obligation, because our non-commissioned sales staff is paid based on your satisfaction, not how much you spend. Find new roads at Bennett Chevrolet, Egg Harbor Township, and BennettChevy.com.
All right, we're back here in the locker room. Carlin, great get. Good talking to Coach Stephanie Gaitley.
Steph's great. Family's great. See him all Wednesday at the golf tournament.
Check us live on my YouTube channel, The Locker Room Billy Schwein, my Facebook page, Billy Schwein. On the other side, we're going to talk. It's the 147th running of the Preakness, and we're going to go to the FastLaneHandicapper.com. Jeffrey Nash will be with us. Of course, I got my daddy-daughter dance tonight. I'm all excited about that. We get the Phillies tonight against the Dodgers, and hopefully we can get back on the winning track.
We don't care about the Phillies.
We don't care.
Daughter dance.
Daughter dance.
It's all about the daughter dance.
Well, the daughter dance.
Got the rest of the season for the Phillies. This is a one-time shot.
I tell you what, man, I'm more excited than she is. All right,
that's normal.
We really appreciate it. Like talking to Stephanie, she's local.
She's local.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
right here, Ocean City, born and raised.
City.
Yeah, and she comes. She's not one of those that makes it and you never see her again. She's in town. She's helping out. I mean, she does the camps. She's.
By the way,
she's just a great person.
The Vander Slice Jack Davis Memorial Scholarship Fund and Golf Tournament. They've been doing it for 23 years.
Yeah, they give a lot of money out too.
By the way, the one time that I did it, I think I golfed it 3 times. After the after party they have, it's like you should see the stuff all over. I mean, there's tons of stuff that they give
some
away.
people come just to the dinner. I mean, you don't have to play golf. You can just come to the dinner, and it's a who's who, and it's a big party.
Of course, the Great Bay Country Club rolls out the red carpet. They do a great job. All right. The second hour of the locker room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. They're going to be down there on Wednesday. Make sure you get down there. Give them a call at 609-927-5071. Go to greatbay.com to maybe inquire about the golf tournament and the auction. Get down there to support a great cause. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay's award-winning private golf club where you are greeted by name. It's home of the 3-hour and 58-minute round. For more information, once again, go to greatbay.com or give them a call at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Somers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. When you get down there, say hello to Radio Ron Ralston for us. All right, just about everybody, friends, let me tell you about Maserati, the main line, located just minutes from downtown Philadelphia. They offer a client-focused car buying experience designed to exceed all expectations. They invite you to stop and see the area's largest selection of new Maseratis, including the sporty Ghibli midsize sedan or the class-leading Levante, the only SUV worthy of being called a Maserati. Maserati, the main line, also leads the nation in certified pre-owned sales and has the highest quality like new Maseratis available on the market. Your experience is not ended at the point of a sale, as Maserati the Mainline offers free pickup and delivery for scheduled service appointments and provides a new Maserati loaner car. So be audacious. Call my good friend Michael Pileggi at RDS Auto Group at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800, or visit them online anytime at motml.com. When we return, we'll go to the races, to the Preakness, and talk to the FastLaneHandicapper.com, Jeffrey Nash. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim and Mike Carlin right here on 97.3 ESPN.
The Eastern Conference Finals continue on ESPN Radio.
He must be butter because that whole team's on a roll.
The Celtics respond with a critical win in Miami and tie the series up at 1. Now we head to Boston for a pivotal Game 3.
This only counts as one. We don't like it. You have two really good teams. We just have to figure some things out.
Game 3 of the Celtics and Heat. Coverage begins today at 8 Eastern on ESPN Radio. Listen to the NBA Playoffs exclusively on 97.3 ESPN.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free Train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call and again and again. Call and again and again.
Hi, I'm Aaron Beta, inviting you to visit my Golf and Sport Performance Club in Summers Point. No matter what the sport, we'll design a program to help you feel and play your best. Our Golf Performance Zone features 2 state-of-the-art golf simulators featuring TrackMan and Foresight technology. Enjoy massage therapy, assisted stretching, and sport-specific training.
That's Aaron Beta's Golf and Sports Performance Club. Call 609-788-4661 or visit gsfitness.com for your free assessment.
Hi, this is Mike Herron. You've heard me talk about my experiences playing football at the Naval Academy on The Locker Room with Billy Schweim. I'm here to tell you about a company with the same high level of integrity and dedication that it takes to be successful on the football field. Best Property Maintenance. When you need cleaning and janitorial services you can trust, call Best Property Maintenance. They'll take care of your property from top to bottom, commercial and residential, fully licensed and insured. Call Best today. When you want it done right and on time, call Best. They'll do the rest. Call today 609-926-2378 or go online at bestpropertynj.com.
Big down payments. Thousands down. We interviewed the victims. Tell us what happened, ma'am.
Well, I says to myself, go to the all-new Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City. Every vehicle's just one dime down.
And then?
I ended up at some other dealer.
Why?
They had guaranteed credit.
Let me guess. You had to put $4,000 down.
Yeah, $4,000.
Next time, go to Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City. Springfield Mitsubishi knows it's a crime to pay more than a dime. Every vehicle, one dime down.
But my credit stinks.
Just ask for credit amnesty. If you bring home $350 a week, you could get up to $25,000 in credit.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime.
Every vehicle, one dime down.
At the all-new Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City.
In Pleasantville.
SpringfieldMitsu.com. SpringfieldMITSU.com.
New 22 Mirage, 16.4, dime down, $249 a month for 72 months at 3% APR, plus tax tag hybrid to qualified buyers.
All right, we're back here in the locker room. Billy Schweim, Mike Carlin. You know, just dawned on me. The Preakness goes off at 7:01. And I'm going to be in the middle of the daddy-daughter dance. I'm going to have to tape it. I'll tape it. But I'm going to do what Jeffrey Nash did last week or 2 weeks ago.
Just hit the all.
Right, how about this Rich Strike comes in at the last minute. No one knows anything about the horse. I read Jeff had sent me an email after the race to explain what happened because I read it, and I read it on Sunday's show the next day. But with all that being said, he still had to hit the all button on the
No thinking involved.
No thinking involved. Bingo, and he hit $7,500. So without any further ado, let's go to the Maserati, the Mainline Sports Hotline, and welcome into the locker room the purveyor of the FastLaneHandicapper.com, Jeffrey Nash. Good morning, Jeff.
Hey, good morning, Billy. How are you guys doing?
So before we get started, Jeffrey, I want you to tell me exactly how do I hit that all thing? What do I got to do? Can you do it online, or could you have to go to an off-track betting thing to do that?
You could do both. And what I had suggested to my readers on my website is that in the Kentucky Derby in particular, it is almost impossible to handicap. Anything can happen when you have 20 horses that are running, and that's exactly what happened here. So what I had recommended to my readers is that they select two of the horses that they like. I like the horses Epicenter and Zandon, and to couple those two horses with all the other horses in the race, never believing that Rich Strike would be that other horse, but he was included in my all bet, and consequently, I won the trifecta.
That's great. I know, the next day, like I said, you sent me an email, and I did read your email on the air because, I mean, you hear a story. I mean, the horse was replaced, the 20 horse was replaced by Rich Strike with like 10 minutes to go before post time.
Well, day before, when the number 20 horse had scratched from the race,
I thought
gave the 21st horse the opportunity to step in its place.
I thought it was right before the race.
No, it was the day before.
Oh, it was the day before. Okay, my bad. All right, so
still not a lot of time.
Yeah, it's not a lot of time.
Race, and
yeah.
All right, Jeffrey Nash, you do have a great website. You're the purveyor of FastLaneHandicapper.com. It gives you a really good breakdown. You really lay it out about the horses. You handicap the race. I know that you like Epicenter. Obviously, this horse is the best horse in the field. Let's have you go horse by horse, or give us who you think is going to win, place, and show.
Yeah, in this race, Epicenter, who finished second in the Kentucky Derby, in my view, is the best horse in the race. And sometimes it just comes down to picking the best horse to win. This race, I think, sets up perfectly for Epicenter, the way he runs his races. You will have early voting, the number 5 horse running out in front with the 7 horse, and maybe the 3 horse. Those horses are going to vie for the early lead, but early voting, an inexperienced horse, but with great promise, has run 3 times prior, finished first twice, missed by a neck in the Wood Memorial his last time out, but really an outstanding speed horse. But what I see happening here is, as early voting is going to run for the lead, try to wire this field, Epicenter will be poised right behind him. We'll track him around the track, and come the stretch, Epicenter, being the better horse, will win the race.
We're talking with Jeffrey Nash, FastLaneHandicapper.com. Now, the Preakness is 1 mile and 3/16, which is a little bit longer than the Kentucky Derby. These horses, I guess that's why Rich Strike isn't running, because he's preparing for the Belmont.
Yeah, Rich, I think the owners are realistic. They got a miracle race out of Rich Strike. The jockey, Sonny Leone, won his first stake race at the Kentucky Derby, which is just amazing. They are going to hold out for the Belmont. I am not a fan of racing's decision to run the Preakness only 2 weeks after the Kentucky Derby. These horses do not run 2 weeks apart. It is extremely grueling, I think somewhat dangerous. And if an owner has the opportunity to skip the Preakness for whatever reason, in this case, they've decided to do that in favor of a longer Belmont Stakes, which is more suited for a Rich Strike coming the stretch drive.
Yeah, because I mean it's Michael, Jeff. I mean, you watch that race at the Derby. Rich Strike seemed like he still had a lot in it as a horse running. I mean, he wasn't slowing
weaving
down.
in and out of it wasn't like he just came from the outside. Did you see the way he was weaving in and out of all the other horses to get to the front?
Yeah, I think they're setting it up perfectly for the next race. But getting back to this one, Epicenter, in my mind, literally should have won the Derby. And if you look at, they say a couple of mistakes that maybe the jockey made that made an opening for Rich Strike to take the inside. But on this one, tell me a little bit, because I keep going back to the Kentucky Oaks when I was watching the Secret Oath. And it seems like that horse has the ability to like sit off the pace and then come on late at the end. And that for a fan, that's what I love watching when I'm not there and you're on TV and you just see a horse like a Rich Strike from the last match. Yeah. What do you think about the Secret Oath?
Well, Secret Oath is the one filly in the field, and normally fillies do not run against the colts simply because at this age they're not as big or as strong, but that doesn't mean they cannot beat the boys. We saw that in 2020 when Swift Skydriver, a Bob Baffert horse, won the Preakness. We saw it in 2009 when Rachel Alexander, a filly, beat the boys. This horse, as you saw, Secret Oath is a terrific horse. He will be back behind Epicenter and tracking both early voting, the leaders, and Epicenter. If this filly is as good as she appeared in the Oaks, then she has a great chance to win the race. I think that Secret Oath, as good as she is not as talented as Rachel Alexander was in 2009. I think she will be competitive. She may even win the race, but just based on the past speed ratings, I don't see her passing Epicenter at the wire.
Jeff, question for you. How about with the, do you ever look at not just the horses, but who the trainers are? Like with Secret Oath, you got Lucas. Everybody knows Wayne Lucas. Does that mean something to you?
It does. Some of the trainers are just outstanding in getting these horses ready for these big races. Bob Baffert, of course, was the standard bearer for great trainers getting the horses ready. Of course, they caught him cheating, and that might have been a reason. And that's why he's not running. The 7 horse in this race, Armagrak, is a Baffert trained horse, is now under the training of Tim Yakin, who's also a good trainer, but some of the trainers just know how to get these great horses ready for these big races. One horse that's really intriguing here is trained by Ken McPeak, and that's the 2 horse, lightly raced, only won an allowance race in its history. But Ken McPeak is a terrific trainer. If I see he is interested in putting one of his horses in the Preakness, I take it seriously because I know that horse will be ready to run.
We're talking with Jeff Nash, FastlaneHandicapper.com. Check out the website. It's really, you really get right to it. It's an easy read. You can see specifically who Jeff likes. Jeff, what about, so there's only 9 horses running in this race. Does that make it easy for an Epicenter to win?
Yes, it makes it easier for any of the horses actually to win, because in the Kentucky Derby, where you have 20 horses running, so many variables can turn a strategy on its end. And here with 9 horses, that's a traditional field. 9, 10 horses is a more manageable field, and any horse can run more true to their running style and their running strategy. And that's why I believe Epicenter, albeit the favorite here, will run the race that he likes best to do.
And you said that it could be dangerous to have these big competitive races so close. Why don't they spread them out?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I suspect that it's tradition
to
win. Yep. The Belmont is 3 weeks from today, but even still, 5 weeks to have 3 grueling races in 5 weeks is very, very challenging. I would hope that one day they'll change it and that tradition should give way to safety.
So once again, make sure I'm going to do what you did. I'm going to try to get it in. So you pick 2 horses, then you hit the all, and then you get all.
Yeah, it's a lot less expensive when there are only 9 horses. So that's one way to do it. One of the problems with betting the all, and this is a bettor's issue, that if the favorite does win, so Epicenter, we expect Epicenter to go off no greater than 2-1, maybe 8-5, 6-5 in the early morning odds. Right. When you bet the all and you have to bet all the other horses, it diminishes the amount of money that you will ultimately win, because with the favorite winning the race, the payout is not as great. When you had been 80-1 shot, like we had in the Kentucky Derby winning, well, then that's when you get a $7,500 trifecta for a 50-cent bet.
So that was a 50-cent bet, Jeff?
Well, it's 50 cents for that bet, but if you're going to bet the all in the Derby, it would cost $100. So it's not only a 50-cent bet.
Right.
That's
a pretty good investment.
Well, for 20 cents, you could have hit the superfecta, and that paid $31,000. So there you go.
Really?
Yep. But you have to foresee an 80-1 shot win. I have seen the race, that Kentucky Derby, 1,000 times. I've looked at the race from every angle. I've looked at the sheets. I still don't believe Rich Strike won the race. So you never know.
That's why they got to play the game. That's why they got to run the race, Jeffrey Nash.
Absolutely.
We got to get Louis Capelli. When's his horse going to come in? I heard he's still around in the final turn.
Hey, Lou is a great handicapper. That's why on my website we include Lefty Louie to make those picks. He is a terrific handicapper and a good racing partner.
And he's also a great guy. And Jeffrey Nash, you are too. We really enjoy having you handicap the races for us. We love when May comes along. We know we're going to talk with Jeff Nash from FastlaneHandicapper.com. Have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy the Preakness.
Great. Thank you. Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it.
All right, there he is, Jeffrey Nash on the Maserati, the Mainline Sports Highlight. Who do you got, Mike Carlin?
I'm going to go with Secret Oath.
You're going to go with Secret Oath?
I'm going to go with I think he can come on at the end.
I'm going to go with, you know what I'm going to pick? I'm going to pick the number 9 horse, Skippy Longstocking.
You like that name?
Yeah, just like I'm going to go with names. I went with names last time. By the way, the 10 horse, I think it came in 3rd, right?
Mm-hmm.
Epicenter. Was that Epicenter?
Well, he came in 2nd.
He came in 2nd.
Second.
Okay. I'm going to hit that all bet.
But he's right about being 2-3 weeks apart. I mean, but there's a reason why it's called the Triple Crown. It's why no one can do it. They make it hard.
Yeah, but I have to lean to what he said. Just from a natural, we try to treat these horses like they're not so biological beings.
Right.
Like everyone gets injuries, everyone has fatigue. These are not, and also the horse can't tell you how it feels.
No,
like you got to guess
these
this
horses
stuff.
are majestic animals. Like it's almost like they're smart. They know what they're doing.
Yeah,
they are. But at the same time, I have to agree with. I like what he said. Look, there's nothing wrong with making a little more spread out.
Right.
Why? There's no reason why it can't be like the first week of May, Kentucky. First week of June, Preakness.
Yeah.
First week of July, Belmont.
I like that.
It's like
I like that. It gives a chance. The horses a chance to recover.
And also, you got a little more build up.
I like that idea.
Imagine
I'm a solutions-oriented individual.
You imagine how hard it had to be for the owner and trainer of Rich Strike to say,
I'm not going to do it.
After we just won this big,
big underdog, and it's like, we can't run.
Yeah, we're not racing next.
Kind of takes away the mystique away from now. There's no shot of seeing a Triple Crown.
No, but they're getting him ready for the next one.
That's why I'm watching the PGA Championship.
I'm going to be at the daddy-daughter dance.
Sure,
before all the horses are
how
in the
old
stall,
is she now? Did I ask you?
She'll be 7 on June 29th.
So
listen, before all the horses are in the stall, I'll be in tears.
Yeah. Josh, if she was just a little bit older, imagine all of a sudden a song would come on and he'd be like, "Come on," and she'd be like, "Well, Daddy, there's a boy over there that's already asked me to dance."
She's gonna be telling me to get away from him, probably. Daddy, you're embarrassing me. All right. Oh, Carlin. The second hour of the locker room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay is an award-winning private golf club where you are greeted by name. It's home of the 3-hour and 58-minute round. You can play on their 18-hole championship golf course, enjoy fine dining, experience lively atmosphere in the pub. There's a full calendar of golf and social events throughout the season to appeal to everyone. For more information, go to greatbay.com or give them a call at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. Kevin Kelly, Ryan Owen, Radio Ron Rawson, they're all down there. Go down there and check it out. All right. Just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia, South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give him a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. Of course, I think they got an event coming up on Tuesday in Medford, the Medford Country Club. So go online, check it out. Great, ken@jerseymanmagazine.com. All right, when we return, hey, Mike, we'll wrap it up. Whew.
Quick.
What a jam-packed show today.
Yeah.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Major League Baseball this weekend on ESPN Radio.
Fires it. Anderson in the air to right. It's got a chance. Gone! Home run!
Tim Anderson leads the Chicago White Sox into the Bronx to face Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, and the New York Yankees, owners of baseball's best record.
Swing and a drive. Left field. And it's gone! Aaron Judge.
The Yankees and White Sox. Coverage begins today at 12:30 Eastern. Listen to Major League Baseball on 97.3 ESPN.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Dell Technologies wants to celebrate all your hard work with these Small Business Month specials. Get great value offers on powerful laptops, desktops, and servers with Windows 11 Pro starting at $499, plus top monitors and docks, all with easy financing options through Dell Financial Services. It's the perfect time to upgrade so you and your team can stay secure from anywhere. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL to refresh your business tech with these Small Business Month specials. Dell recommends Windows 11 Pro for business.
Hey, is this line secure?
Franco's cybersecurity firm secured a contract, and that's all we're allowed to say.
We have a green light on hiring.
He needs web security professionals with a military background.
3 teams of 4, 24-hour rotations, but Protocol Zulu is on a need-to-know basis.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from the Indeed dashboard, so you can stay organized and connected all the way to the hire. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
The Honda Certified Dream Deal Sales Event at Rossi Honda. Make your dream a reality with an unbelievable financing APR as low as 0.99% on Honda Certified Pre-Owned, Civic, and CR-V. Be a Rossi VIP. Get your name on the list. Reserve your vehicle in production now. Visit Rossi Honda or online at rossihonda.com. We treat you better, period.
All right, real quick, we got a few minutes left. By the way, our intern, Jake, has put his 2-week notice in. He's going to be moving on to bigger and better things. And Jake, we really appreciate all the work you've done for the locker room. And next week we'll give you a proper send-off. Also, next weekend is Memorial Weekend. That means it's the Beach Patrol Report. Our comprehensive look at the beach patrols up and down the South Jersey coast, culminating in the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships. We'll be talking with former chief of the Longport Beach Patrol next Saturday, Dan Adams. But right now, on the line, on the Maserati, the Mainline Sports Hotline, our very own Pete Thompson. What's up, PT?
Hey, guys, I've been listening, and I thought I would compliment you on the great interview with Coach Gaitley. That was awesome to listen to. I love the handicap stuff, too. And because I went to the Who last night at the Wells Fargo Center, or maybe more appropriately the two, since it's only Roger and Pete left. But I got to go with Happy Jack tonight in the Preakness.
Happy Jack.
Song.
That's Captain Jack, right? No, Happy Jack.
Happy Jack. Captain Jack is Billy Joel's song about, well, I can't say that on the radio, but Happy Jack is a Who song. Come on, Billy, you're older than me. How do you not know this?
So just make sure you hit the all button, pick 2 horses, and then hit the all button, Pete.
Pete, all Billy knows is the Police, and that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, well, that's a problem.
Now, Pete, the over and under for me crying, I'm going to the daddy-daughter dance tonight with my daughter, so I won't.
You won't even be out of the house yet. You'll cry before you leave the house when you see her.
He's got it. You're right.
You'll cry when you get in the gym. You'll cry at the first picture you take. I mean, you and Dick Vermeil looks at you. It's like, oh, my God, why are you crying so much?
Well, listen, I got to tell you, probably when I go pick up the corsage at the flower store, that's probably when the first tear will hit.
Billy, we love you.
All right, Pete, I look forward to being with you tomorrow in the locker room from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Tommy Green, On the Mound with Tommy Green, brought to you by
Aaron Baina's Golf and Sports Performance Club. Go to gsfitness.com for your free assessment.
All right, Pete, we'll see you tomorrow.
All right, take care. Good to hear from you too, Carlin. Take care, Josh. Thanks.
See you, buddy.
So, PT, I always lead him right into that.
Yeah.
And, they do a great job.
He was ready.
Carlin, great show today, man.
That was good.
Stephanie really, I was really impressed with her, but because, I guess it's because we know her, but she just is a regular person. And,
I'm telling you,
know what I mean?
Like how we started the show when I was said, like I look at her as just Steph, the person, not Steph, the big coach and all that. And that's the kind of person she is.
We got the Phillies and Dodgers tonight. We know who's on the mound tonight. I think it's
Nola.
Well, it's Nola tonight. The Dodgers still haven't announced who's pitching. Last time because this was the slot for Kershaw. But remember, he's on the injured list.
I want to see the bats explode tonight, if that's possible. Hopefully, Bryce Harper will be in the lineup. The Heat and Boston tonight, is it?
Tonight.
It's tonight.
Yeah.
Every day you got a game.
Look, I don't like either one of those teams, but I want the Celtics tonight. I want the Celtics for the series.
Yeah. Blues
are on tonight, I believe, too. Right? St. Louis and Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take that. I'm going to take the book's advice and go with the future bet. All right. Great show today, Mike Carlin, Josh Henning. Thanks for making the locker room part of your Saturday, because nothing could be finer than talking sports with a Schweiner. I'll see you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. right here in the locker room.
Westwood One Sports presents